Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. So, today's topic in grammar is subject and predicate. So, as you all know children, that the sentence has got two parts, or a sentence is divided into two parts. One is the subject and the other is predicate. Now, subject means what? A subject is, that means when you name of a person, thing or idea that we want to speak about. For example, I like to eat mango. So here I am talking about myself. So I. So whatever is a person, place or a thing or idea that we are speaking about is a subject, and predicate. Like to eat mango, that means I am talking about myself, so I is a subject, and like to eat mango is a predicate. So predicate tells us something about the subject, and predicate will always contain the verb. Now, let us understand the definition or the meaning of sentence and the predicate. In every sentence, we mention a person, place or a thing, and then we say something about the person, place or thing. The person, place or thing we mention is a subject. Whatever we say about the person or a thing is a predicate. That means what? Whatever we are saying about the subject is the predicate, and the rest is what? The subject about which whom we are speaking. That is the subject. Now let us understand this topic with this example given here. People from all the nations go to see the Eiffel Tower. We are talking about whom? We are talking about the people. The people from all nations. People from all nations go to see the Eiffel Tower. Now, in this example, everybody might be thinking that whether it is the people who is the subject and rest is the predicate. Come on, tell me. Now here, what are you supposed to do is what? First of all, understand the sentence. Predicate will always have verb in it. So, let us understand what is the correct answer of it. Now, people with the naming part subject from all the nations. Till here it is a subject because we are talking about the people from all the nations. Then they go to see the Eiffel Tower. It is the predicate because here they all go to see the Eiffel Tower. And we have here verb also in it. Go is a verb, see is a verb. So here the predicate should always contain the verb. So now let us move according to the definition or the meaning given here. A sentence is made up of two parts as explained earlier. They are subject and the predicate. And the subject means what? Subject names the person, place, thing or idea that we are speaking about, and the predicate tells us something about the subject. Predicate always contains what? Yes, it contains the verb. So given here the example of the subject and the predicate in the column form, let us go through it. Example one by one. The boys. The boys, what they were doing? They were playing football. So we are talking about the boys. What they were doing? They were playing football. And the boys is the subject. Now second example given, the house on the hill. The house on the hill, what is there? The house on the hill was guarded by a dog. It was guarded by whom? It was guarded by the dog. So here the house on the hill, because we are speaking more about the house that is situated on the hill, which was guarded by the dog. So here the house on the hill is the subject. Now taking into consideration the third example, one sock had a hole in it. Now as you all know that we always purchase a pair of socks, that means two, one for the left and the other for the right feet. So here what they given, one sock had a hole in it. We are talking about what? We are talking about the sock and what it had? It had a hole in it. Now health is well. Health is wealth. So your health is the subject and the wealth is the predicate because we are talking about the wealth. What is the wealth? It is the health. So we are speaking more about the health. Now here one more condition which we have to keep in the mind is that usually everybody has in the mind that the subject always comes in the beginning of the sentence and the rest is the predicate. But it is not so. Here comes into account the fourth rule. What does it say? Usually the subject occurs before the predicate, but sometimes, however, the subject occurs after the predicate. Now we'll get the clear idea about this rule when we go through these examples. Now here sentence is given, here comes the brave man. It is an exclamatory type of sentence. Here comes the brave man. If we convert into the subject and the predicate form, the brave man comes here. So we are talking about the brave man who is going to come here. So brave man is the subject and comes here is the predicate. Comes, that is the verb. Here it is a place. Up went the balloon. Now in this, if we write in the correct form, the sentence will be how? The balloon went up. So we are talking about what? The balloon which went up. So the balloon is the subject and the rest is the predicate. So here we complete our four rules. First of all, sentence is divided into two parts, subject and the predicate. And then the subject means what? Subject names a place, person, thing or any idea about which we are talking or about which we are going to speak. And then the third rule says what? The predicate helps us something or it tells us something about the subject. The predicate always contains a verb. And last but not the least rule says what? That usually the subject occurs before the predicate, but sometimes in such kind of sentences we have what? We have subject at the end. Now it's time for the assignment. Now here in this question number 1, what are you supposed to do is you have to underline the following sentence. Okay. Now what you have to underline here? You have to underline the subject. First thing is what? You will identify that where is the subject and then you are supposed to underline it. So here the first one is being done for you all. Good listeners, look at the speaker. Now, good listeners, look at the speaker. Who looks at the speaker? It is answering good listeners. So, good listener is the subject and the rest is the predicate. So, these you have to what? You have to pick out the subject from it and then you are supposed to underline. Now, coming to question number 2, here you are supposed to underline the predicate. In question number 1, you were supposed to underline the subject. So here you are supposed to pick up the predicate, you have to identify the predicate and then you have to underline. Now here the first example is already done for you all and then you are supposed to solve all these examples given here. Question number 3. Now in this question number 3, it is given that choose the suitable predicates from the brackets for the given subject and complete the sentences. What does it mean? It means what? That in the bracket, these examples, these are the predicates are given and then you are given certain subjects and then you have to identify them and then you have to write the answer. So first one is already done for you all. The peacock is the national bird of India. The peacock will be given, and then here the options are given from which you are supposed to pick the correct answer, and then you are supposed to write down. And these 8 examples are there. First we have already completed, and the rest 7 you have to pick out the answer from the given bracket, and then you have to write it down. Hope you all have understood the topic very well. Thank you, children. God bless you all.